Here I am at my bandsaw. I kind of wish I'd shot this whole little project from the beginning. And it may be hard for you to visualize what this is right now. I noticed last time I was down on the Cape and I was looking at the two racks that I had set up. One for my cup holder over by the sink and the other one across the way, and I've got a chart in there and one thing and another. I noticed that my dividers are just going to fall out of there, and so I decided I'm going to make myself a little holder that we can screw onto the wall, bulkhead, whatever. And these are the two sides. And like I said, it's hard for you to visualize this now, but this is mahogany. And the way that this is going to work, this is going to be opposite each other. And the front part is for this piece right here, using the very last of my flame mahogany ply, okay, and that will go there. And then the back part, which will fit right in here, and you're going to see that, when I get this all set up. The back part is right here, okay. So what you got is these is the sides, and then this is the front, this is the back, and I'm right in my own light here. Anyway, but the cool thing is, it's the flames kind of line up front to back, and then this will be a pocket in here in between the two, where those sides will be separating it, and it's got this curve that I just cut on the bandsaw. And it came out really sweet, man. I can't believe it. Anyway. This is a great bandsaw. I bought this a dog's age ago when I was going to build a boat with it. But anyway, it works super. So anyway, I cut that curve out. And at this point, the best thing to do is just shut up and put this thing in the glue. Glue it all up, clamp it, and the next time you see it, it'll all the little, as the saying goes, the pieces will come together. This is how it all fits together. This is my little holder for pens and my divider and all that kind of stuff aboard Little Girl. I don't know if you can see. Okay, that'll show you how you do it. The way that we did the insets on those. I have to put the bottom in it, but that's not going to be a problem. Anyway, again, using the flame mahogany that I've got for both the front piece and the back piece here, kind of matching up visually, and they're all going to be stained and urethaned, or stained and varnished, looking and matching with everything else that's on the boat. Anyway, it's going to be kind of nice, I think. One of the cool things about it is that these pieces of mahogany, red mahogany that I cut out for the tracks that the front and back piece fit into. Cool thing is I've got a bunch of this left over. This is just one little piece of it, and guess what? Well, that wasn't good. That didn't damage it. Okay. Anyway, that's good. My gluing helped. Okay, that distance, that thickness right there fits perfectly right into there. And I've got a bunch of this because I cut out some long strips of this stuff to make the two side channels. And so I'll just cut myself out a piece. I'm not going to go all the way across with it. I'm not going to go all the way across with it. I'm going to cut out a piece just the size of the insert here. Not going to show any of it on the outside. It'll be just the size of the insert, and it'll fit right in there and just glue into place, and then there'll be a bottom in it. And after that, actually, you know what? Before that, I think I'm going to go ahead no, never mind. No, I take it back. I've got to go ahead and fit that in and glue it. Otherwise, it's going to get really complicated. I'll glue that into place, and then I'll go ahead and stain it and urethane it, and it'll all be done and ready to go on the boat. So, yeah. Otherwise, if you don't do that, if you go ahead and try to stain it and urethane it first, or stain it, the stain is going to mean you won't be able to glue. It would just be virtually impossible to glue on top of the stain. So anyway, that's the plan. Gonna go ahead and cut this one last bottom piece and get that glued into place, and then I can go ahead and start doing all the finish work. And I'll show you a bit of this when we get all done. Like I said, this is not a big project. This is just a little extra thing that I just wanted this on the boat because it's a practical thing. It means I got a place to put pens and stuff to keep them from flying around, when we're heeled over, or being able to know exactly where my dividers are when I want to get out a chart and be checking things out. So anyway, that's what this is all about, and also make it a little bit pretty to go on the boat and match everything else. I'm breaking all the rules here. With Minwax stains, you're always supposed to wait 8 hours. This has now been 5. But what I've done a lot of wiping down, and that you're supposed to wipe it down after the stain goes on, but I've done, a lot. I've wiped it and wiped it and wiped it, and I think it's ready. The whole idea is if you put varnish on too quickly afterward, it emulsifies the stain and you get all kinds of dripping and stuff like that. But I really wiped this thing down over and over and over again, so I don't think I'm going to get any running of stain. I think it's pretty much permeated and it's going to look good. So anyway, enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and get this varnished up, first coat on it, and that way... look, this is no big deal making this little thing, but it is a matter of practicality for the boat. I just want to have this so that I don't have to go looking for pens or my dividers or anything like that. Everything will be right here if you need that kind of an implement on the boat. So anyway, well, it's all done. This is horrible light out here in the garage, so I'm going to do some pictures up in the kitchen. Just a couple of still shots. I did the second coat with Captain Spar varnish right here, and this stuff is pretty far gone. And as a matter of fact, it's really getting kind of too heavy. I think if I put some paint thinner with it, but they require a special kind of paint thinner because they want to keep to their, Pettit wants you to keep to their own chemical formulas, I guess. Anyway, so I did the second coat on this with the Captain's, and it was fine. It went on a little goopy, but it was fine. But after I sanded it out, I found this, and I realized I had a brand new can of clear gloss, fast drying polyurethane. I said, okay, yeah, no, never mind. Forget the Captain's, we're going to go with that. And so I did a third coat, and since this is not outside and exposed to the weather and everything, just going to be in the cabin, I did the last coat with that, and it came out just super. I mean, the beauty of that stuff is it goes on nice and smooth because it's basically new varnish. It goes on nice and smooth, and then when it dries, it's just this beautiful, beautiful clear gloss. And like I said, you can't really get the full view of the depth of the wood in here in the garage, so I'm going to take just a couple of still pictures, and I'm going to make this a short. I'm going to just do a little bitty short video of the production of this particular little holder of pens and dividers. Actually, just one divider, but anyway. So that's what we're going to do, and hope you enjoyed this. Just a little bitty short. Thanks.